The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate.
We got the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. I don't
know what they're laughing
funny.
about.
I know
Yeah.
it's not funny at all.
Right.
But hey, we'll go.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 175, Nasdaq up 25, S&P's up 15, gold contract down $9.80 at $12.4860. We have silver down 8 cents, $18.23. You get platinum flat at $9.60. Copper's up 7 pennies, $2.69 a pound. Light sweet crude up 73 cents, $51.71 a barrel. Numbers out this morning, 10:30.
I thought you were just going to say about the market being green there.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, man.
Another
Amazing.
day, another market.
There's no doubt.
175 today. That's a good one.
That is a good one. You get the 10-year down 4 ticks, 124.28, 30. Your bond down 16 ticks, 151.05, and good old King Dollar up 84 ticks at 100.510. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And folks, if you haven't test drove the TD Ameritrade platform yet, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring it up. You can trade with paper money. It's an amazing platform. Every trading day right here at TFNN. 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hinks, Scott Connor, they got an amazing show, swim lessons inside the TD Ameritrade platform. If you want to know options upside down, define risk upside down, bottom line, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everybody doing?
I think it's St. Patrick's Day. I see so much green out here.
Is it?
I'll tell you what.
Every day is St. Patrick's Day, at least in
They
2017
really like that
so
ADP
far.
number.
They did like that ADP number, man. There's no doubt. You know, what had happened, folks, is that the number that, you know, the jobs number that people were actually looking for, like coming into this Friday, they're talking about like 170 to 200,000. The ADP came in, I think, at 263,000.
Yeah, forecast.
Yeah, 263, Tom, on a consensus of about 170.
Yeah, seriously.
So,
yeah,
big number.
big number, no doubt about
And the
that.
market reacted,
The
right?
market reacted immediately. Gold went south. The dollar went north. The market went north. The dollar gave it up quick. That was kind of interesting. You know, there's a seller that's laying there, man, at like 100.60, 600. So it's like,
You know, Tom, we've been talking about on the show for a couple days now how any downturns in this market lately have been met with bidders.
yes.
It seems that, you know, they may not scream them higher, but they've been having trouble selling them off. So they were looking any good number. I'm not surprised that we're up.
Yeah,
today,
no,
based on
listen,
any good number.
after, you know, let's see, what have it, Monday we opened down. That said it all. That, you know, money was just sitting there waiting for one
They couldn't hurt
correction.
'em. Yeah.
And, you know, not even a correction. That, you know, it's the buy the dip. The buy the dip's been working, for 7 years now. So
I agree completely. You know, as you know, you and I, Tom, this is not our first rodeo, so we've seen this before. And when they can't sell them off on days like that,
right?
And when they try to and they don't hold, it's telling you that there's bids below this market trying to get in. And a number like that, an ADP number like that, with payrolls coming up on Friday. Remember, once we get to Thursday, everyone starts looking to payrolls.
Sure.
On Friday, I think what the biggest number of the month. Every month is a non-farm payroll number. So, you know, we're going to see all the forward tracking data is so positive, and now we're getting this number from the ADP. So it's going to be look out.
I know,
is all
man.
I'm saying. You know, we're getting a little volatile here. And so that said, VIX is 1128.
I know,
So,
man.
I mean,
Seriously.
that is painful to look at from an options trader standpoint. 11.28 VIX,
isn't it?
Ouch.
And it got to 11.13 this morning.
Yeah, I see that. 11.13 was the low. That is painful.
Well, you know what we're going to have, too. And, folks, don't forget, 12 o'clock right here every trading day. Now, today, you always want to listen, but the bottom line is that I expect this volatility is going to continue, folks, because at 2 o'clock this afternoon, the Fed minutes from March come out. And those are going to be, people are going to want to know that, okay, how fast is the next rate hike going to be? What are they really thinking,
Sure. And, and that's, Tom, exactly right. That's what you're going to be looking for in this number. What is there any headline-making, part of these minutes? Like, did someone vote for 2 rate hikes? Or, did someone vote for a half point?
Yes.
Well, was there any pressure like that, right? Because that's what we said before this number came out. What would shock the market? No move or a half-point move would shock the market.
Oh, boy.
So was anyone talking about either of those?
Right.
Little things they're going to kind of sift through to look for some momentum going forward. So I always love this stuff. It's like the answers to the test.
And particularly when you have, folks, what is nice is that when you have an intraday.
Sure.
Market's
open.
The market's open. It's always nice to come up to it, and now we have had 2 events, we will have 2 events. You had the first event with the ADP number coming out, which goosed the market. So it's going to be like the market itself and participants are waiting for that second event.
We got oil at 10:30 too.
Oh, we get
provide a little volatility as well.
Oh, that will, because the oil stocks are moving.
Yeah.
Kevin, thank you so much. Have a great day, safe day. Remember, folks, right here at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Have a great one, Kevin.
Always good to talk to the O'Briens. Have
Thanks,
a great day,
Beautiful thing. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. The Dow's up 175. NASDAQ's up 23. S&Ps are up 15. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 177. You get the Nasdaq up 24. S&Ps are up 15. And if we go over to good old Amazon, Amazon hit a high out here today of 920. And, you know, we've been talking about them encroaching, right?
Right.
And you saw what Amazon did last night?
I did.
NFL?
Thursday night.
That's big.
It is. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how it goes down because last year I think Thursday night ratings were abysmal in general for the NFL.
Okay.
And a lot of that had to do with the matchups sometimes where they were just horrendous games in general that weren't.
$50 million for a year.
Because what happens is that, you know, the biggest games that they try and highlight are either Sunday night and, of course, Monday night.
Okay.
That's where they put the marquee.
So the window, weekend keeps going, right?
You know, as in Monday Night Football is Monday Night Football. We all know that. They added
Right.
Thursday Night Football whenever they added it, so that's not like the premium time slot. So last year they just had some really bad matchups in terms of teams that weren't doing well, so they didn't bring people in.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see if that kind of played in, saying we need to rejuvenate this Thursday night deal because
Right.
that's actually the point where the NFL might not be making the most of what they have there with their
Right.
programming. It's just interesting that that's where
Well, and
Amazon was able to sneak in.
The thing that's intriguing, man, is that, you know, when the network signed the contract, because when I read the story that, you know, the networks have it, and now Amazon has it.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's a
right?
big mistake.
Who's the negotiating factor paying out
Someone-
billions
Exactly.
to get content that they don't even own the exclusivity for?
Right, right.
Seems like that could have been a bargaining chip. They, you know, before they signed that $1 billion check to the NFL,
Totally.
that they say, you know, you're not going to sell the same content we're paying you for to somebody else, are you?
Yeah.
The NFL said, maybe we'll see. Just give me that check though.
Yeah,
$1 billion.
totally. Unreal.
It is. It's interesting.
Let's go over and take a look at the oil market. So we get oil numbers coming out at 10:30.
Yes.
Right now, we have to pull up the real contract. Well, the
live contract.
Live contract. I have.
So we're looking at the May contract there. We can jump over.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So let's jump down. We're going into commodities, right? We
Yeah.
like to look at the commodity spreads. Let's blow this up. We're going to be looking at crude oil. We're going to be looking at the 11 a.m.s because the news coming out 10:30 first.
Right.
And so these are the same ones. May, which is the first one, 51.83 is where we're trading at right now. It looks like we can get in about 51.75 if we want. So that's only 8 pennies away. We'd be a little bit above the box, so a little bit bullish.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a look real quick. 51.75 to 53.25, $1.50. And then the downside, 51.75 down to 50.25, $1.50. Be selling the one on the short. That's going to have no intrinsic value, right? Because we're
Right.
above the box. $12. And this one's going to have the value. It's going to be about $20, so 32. And that's where the difference is you're paying a pretty similar $12 of premium.
Right.
And this one's got the 8 cents about of intrinsic value, which is, 8 cents above the bottom of that box.
And 51.23.
51. What's 51.23?
I mean, 51.83 right now.
Is what it's at,
We're
yes.
trading, okay.
Yeah.
So,
which is pretty much right where it is.
so that's what I wanted to look at.
Yeah.
So we've already moved 84 cents. Yeah. I'm not going to touch this one right now.
Okay.
That's a good move. And, when we were looking at this yesterday, you could see that, remember we were looking at the XLE. Look at the gaps away this morning.
Big move.
Yeah. This is, it looks like it's going to do a small ABC up.
Sure.
You get the A point here at 67.86. The B at 70.77, so approximately $3, which is 72.08. So 70. Interesting. It's almost there though. Okay, and that's ICE. So that's one part of ICE, like right where it broke down on the 8th.
March 8th. Yeah.
Which is 71.64.
So we'll keep track of it. That would have been 51.75. Would have been our point.
Yeah. So it'd
about
be
$30.
$32.
Yeah.
That's what we had on that one.
Yeah.
Now, the Dow just did another expansion. We're up, well, let's see percentage-wise what we're at. Because it's interesting being at these high numbers now that,
Sure.
you
got to be up over 200 points in the Dow to approach 1%.
1%,
Right.
exactly. So right now, the Dow is up 0.9%. NASDAQ is up 0.5. The S&P is up 0.6. That NASDAQ, it's interesting, man. I mean, the NASDAQ, well, I guess it'll get juice when it's going to get juice, but it's, and the small caps, you get the Russell up $1.30 right now, and we're at 137.26. Small caps need more action too. Dollar index, let's see where she's at still. So that's up 64 ticks. Gold took a little beating out here this morning. I got beat up a little on the gold market so far this morning. So what I did, I waited for
Gotten a little bit of a rebound.
Yeah, no, I get to...
Oh, it definitely has.
I get
Off
to,
that low?
I get to 130, right.
That's it.
What I did this morning, folks, is that I waited for the downdraft. Well, not that I knew the downdraft was going to take place, but...
That's the ADP number at 810, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. That got down to a price point of 12.49, and then I actually waited for a test of that, and I waited till somewhere about 8:30.
Cool. You want to take a look?
At 12.49, yeah.
Well, that's good at least. I had thought when I saw your trade that maybe you were in there even before the news, and then you'd.
Yeah, no, I had waited.
So here's gold. Yeah, about 840. So even a little bit shortly after that,
right.
even. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can see though that's at about 1251, right? And we're looking at a low of what 1245.50.
Right.
And we're back up $4 from there already.
Oh yeah, no, that's what makes the defined risk.
I agree, right?
And it's unusual. Like normally, I bought 20 contracts because I was trading this just like I was trading a future. I said, okay, I'll take that defined risk because that defined risk at that point was about 500 or 600.
When you say just like it's trading like a future, though, what do you mean by that? Because you're so low on the box that you're going to get very, very slow movement point for point here when you're getting in at like $2 above the bottom of a 50-point box.
Well, what I'm saying here is this: is that the risk that I put up was about 550. So I thought for 20 contracts, that's pretty good.
Sure.
Because that's $200 a point, folks. Once you see what I'm saying? So
yes.
what I was going was this, is that I would sell 10 of the contracts just to get my money back on the on a
You'd
bounce.
take them at some point, maybe.
I was hoping we'd take them when I'm on the show this morning.
Sure. Right, a quick move.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where my methods of the madness was.
Yeah.
Because what I didn't want to do, this is what ends up happening too, folks, which is really important, is that you have the Fed minutes coming out, but they don't come out till 2 o'clock, and this contract closes at 1:30.
Yeah.
So.
But you'll see. I mean, it's right at the bottom of the box right now, technically. So any rise above that is going to be value, and there's going to be premium in there. For the time being.
And I need it early, though, right?
That's what I said for the time being.
I need it early because that premium is going to waste away, baby.
You only have basically about 3 hours and 4 minutes.
And there it is, 3 hours and 3 minutes.
Yep, exactly.
And folks, if you haven't, test drove the platform yet, it's a great platform. Test drive it, see how these defined options trade, and whether it's commodities, equities, futures, all of the above.
Forex, you got it.
Oh, see, that is interesting. Look at that. That just popped up. I like that.
That's it, yeah.
It stuck its head up to 1251. The equities themselves are looking pretty good, actually. For gold getting smoked down there, the GDX is only down 20 cents.
It's really not too smoked. It's about $1 or two below where that ADP number, really.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 182. NASDAQ's up 29. S&P's up 17. We are going to be right back. If you're looking to unearth a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Core Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 4 equally weighted commodities: gold, copper, WTI oil, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With no pricing caps, you can potentially earn an unlimited upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across semi-annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There's no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. With certain commodities on the rebound, now is the time to take advantage. The March 23rd funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures.
Once more, that's 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Pulling up that chart, we have the crude numbers.
Whoa,
and that's
baby.
what I said. What did I just say? This might be a big number, I think, and we're pulling it up. So crude oil inventories rose 1.5 million barrels. And here's what I was just looking at, is that Bloomberg subscribers see crude stockpiles down 700,000 barrels last week. So as that came across, I'm like, I think if I'm reading this right, this could be a big number. Takes an immediate dive on the news. Well, of course it did. They were expecting 800,000 less barrons. And all of a sudden, it's like we got 1.5 million extra. That means the price is going down because there's way more oil than they thought.
Yep.
Now, what's intriguing here, as far as it spiked, right? 51.75 would have been our pivot point, and we're barely approaching even break even right now in that trade.
Right.
You know, we're only talking about 25, 30 cents off of that, and for a huge miss like that, we'll see. But as we know, we're only a minute
to 11 o'clock.
We're a minute and 20 seconds into the news, and it takes a good half hour for this to figure out where it wants to go.
And what you did have is that was up 83 cents prior to that, just this morning.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, which is remarkable, right, when you consider that. So let's just say it just closes even for the day. You're going to be talking about an 85-cent decline from here, but then it would just be closing even for the day on a day where there's 2.3 million barrels extra than they thought there was going to be, right? And we'll see, though. That looks like it's at the low of this 5-minute bar, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, let's take a look at. I'll put the USO up just because I can get that in real time so we can see where.
And I was just saying, just as you're talking about, I saw another number jump out, the actual median estimate, which is different from Bloomberg, might have been about minus 150, so not as dramatic as Bloomberg estimate, but still a decline versus a rise of 1.5 million barrels.
Yeah. And if we go, let's see, ExxonMobil, because the Dow just gave up a little too. You see, so Exxon just, it's amazing. Yeah, it just pulls down a little, and Chevron pulls down a little, but that little just takes 20 points off the Dow Industrials.
Sure, they're high-priced stocks.
Yeah, right. So, because we just went from 185, I believe, to 164.
Sure.
Up.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
positive for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, 887. And, yeah. It's got to be interesting watching that thing shake out, man. That's pretty wild. So yeah, let's bring that back up.
Sure.
I just because this is going to get intriguing here, folks, as to see. Let's bring up the live. I'm going to bring up that live.
Oh, okay.
You know, because that is like C.
CLK, I believe.
Thank you. Yes, CLK 7. So gasoline inventories fell 0.2%. Distilled fell 0.3. That's nothing. Well, look at that one. Gulf Coast crude inventories rose 2.7 million barrels. West Coast crude.
East Coast distillate inventories fell. Yeah, so that's where we always go through. There is really
Right.
so much more contained in this report.
Yeah, let's see. U.S. crude imports remained high for another week, with EIA pegging them at 7.9 million barrels a day last week, down just 374 barrels.
So those are crude imports.
Yeah.
Which is, we have domestic as well. They talk about Cushing, and then this is where I saw just when I said so crude, and this, the top line, that's the one that.
So Cushing is the big one that that's the number that we're basically the headline number, right?
No,
That's
crude,
what.
just crude is the headline number.
Oh, I see. Okay,
That's what-
right.
that's,
I was putting it together. Okay,
right.
cool. Right,
That's
right,
right.
right.
That's the number that gets reported, but and you can see that just what goes into that number is this.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So you get all those, add them up, subtract them, whatever, right?
Look at that number, and I don't even know what, and I should pad 3 crude. I think that's just a different area, same thing. Let's just jump back before we jump around. Yeah, so kind of hovering right now would have about 40 cents below our pivot points. That'd be about $40 in value per contract of the two, and we had $32 up. So really, you can see that you want some big moves when you're playing both sides of this, because that move is not enough when you're barely making a positive profit.
Right.
When you get a huge miss on the news like that.
And this was a big move, right? I mean,
You mean the news was a big miss?
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
right,
yeah. It's not as big of a move as you'd expect for the news miss, for sure.
Exactly.
I agree. Exactly.
Let's take a look at some of the. We'll go into the NDX first and see what's moving the NDX 100. So, you have the move is out here.
Is that Liberty?
That's Liberty again.
Of course. Still digesting yesterday's.
Yep. Up 3.2%. Vertex Pharmaceuticals up 2.7. NetT's up 2.4, and then another Liberty's up. Man, guys, prints money, man.
Well, yeah.
On the downside, you got Shire.
Shire.
Yeah, Shire. That's a pharmaceutical company. Walgreens is down 1%. Tesla is down 1%. Big deal, right?
Yeah.
Let's go see what Apple's doing out here. So Apple's making another high, too. Another day, another high, man.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because there were reports I saw somewhere coming over this morning that they may push back the iPhone 8 a month or two, potentially, for the launch. Yeah.
20-hour-old report circulated on iPhone.
Just click on that. I'm just curious.
delay.
Is that an external one? Yeah. Yeah, it was down pre-market. That's what I had seen.
Yeah.
And, it's interesting in terms of the timetables that they are on, because it was literally a month you're talking about, and that's it, pushing back this revolutionary product, and the market's like, a month?
That's a long time.
Yeah, what are you doing to us, man?
Especially taking the billions of dollars that they're talking.
Every day matters when you're worth tens of billions of dollars as a company. Exactly.
Right, no doubt. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over and take a look at the GDX. So, gold contracts lower. Bottom line, thus far, this GDX is not moving off its highs. You get down to 2308, you're at 2326. It's going to need a lot more than that to get down to lower price. If we go take a look at the largest structure, weighting structure inside that's Barrick. Barrick's down 35 cents. That's at the lows of the day, too.
Yeah.
So something else is up today. Newmont's down 41 cents. Rangel Resources down 74. This is intriguing. Let's see, Royal Gold. down 80 cents. They're not, for pulling a bunch of those up like that, as to how that is only down a few cents. You almost think that it's going to be down more than that. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, the GDX you're talking about?
Yeah, GDX. Yeah.
I'm
getting some value back on my.
I just keep going back. Like gold is not down.
No, not like it was.
No,
listen,
so,
I know.
So I mean, it's we're talking about we're back at 1251. We're only a few dollars below where we were at, and from here, that's a different story. From yesterday's close, we're now like $8 about, but.
Oh yeah, when this thing was down to 1246, folks.
Right,
okay,
for sure, yeah.
I had spent like $550 on 20 contracts. When it was down there, it was $180 for 20 contracts.
Right, for sure, yeah. I mean, that's a massive shift in the underlying market, for sure.
No doubt. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 167. NASDAQ is up 23. S&Ps are up 14. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You have the Dow Industrials right now up 175, Nasdaq's up 29, S&Ps are up 15. Panera, you talk about a takeover, up $37. How's that?
That's what happens when somebody else buys you out, right?
Oh my God! And you know, folks, 3 days ago, Panera was at $255, and it's $311.
It's even more remarkable just to go back, the the end of October, it was trading at 190.
Yeah. Look at that. What a move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the same company. It's interesting. You know, it's how some of these companies you don't even know. It's called JAB. Well, JAB owns Shake Shack. Oh, no, hold on one second.
Krispy Kreme, Keurig Green Mountain.
Keurig Green
Yeah.
Mountain, yeah. I guess that's, you know.
Yeah.
And then they get all these other brands. Pete's Coffee. You know, Pete's Coffee and Tea. Caribou Coffee. They're both big out in the West Coast.
Sure. Yeah. No.
You know, but it's interesting that I mean, the amount of money that they pay for these places, right?
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
There's no doubt that, you know, there's
It's basically a 20% premium. That's what they say.
huge.
And they're going to take on scroll up a little bit, $340 million in debt, $7.5 billion deal, and it values them at 19 times earnings before interest, you know, taxes,
Wow.
depreciation. Yeah, which is a high number.
That's a big number
Yeah.
before earnings.
Same
taxes,
as their Krispy Kreme takeover. And that's but it's expensive by restaurant industry standards. Comparable deals have fetched 9 times the earnings.
Wow.
EBITDA, yeah, which is just standard accounting in terms of earnings before
Yes.
interest, taxes, you know, depreciation, assets.
That's you know, folks, that's a big number, man. Particularly, you know, before that EBITDA, because depreciation and of course interest, and that takes out huge amounts of money
Sure.
of your bottom line. Pretty amazing.
Go for it.
Let's go to David in Jackson. Hey, David, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
It's been going good. How you been, man?
All right.
Yeah?
I want you to take a look at this stock. It just can tell me where you think I should get out of it. It just keeps going up every day almost.
What's the symbol?
Oscar, Banana, Nancy Frank, OBNNF.
Starts with OB.
Yeah.
It must be all set.
Oh.
It's up 25 cents today.
Okay, so it's a mining company.
Osisko Mining. It
Yeah,
looks like
they
a
focus-
Canadian mineral exploration company.
Yeah.
Acquisition, exploration, development, precious metals properties in Canada.
Okay.
At least you take political risk a little bit out of the equation, being only in Canada.
Yeah, no doubt.
But just to stay, that was a risk, that page you were just on, that you know, in terms of no earnings.
That's right.
And losses.
It's
Anytime you have a huge rise, and I'll let him go over it, David, but I always look a little bit more at the fundamentals. In 2017, maybe they're saying they're going to take in $1 million, but they're also saying they're going to lose 6 cents a share. In 2018, they have the same projection of taking in $1 million. And go back to the description. What's the market cap on this company? It's another one I like to see. About $720 million.
right.
Is it doing an ABC up or what?
You get quite a ride here, man.
To the moon, yeah.
So this stock, folks, just went from $1.62 to $3.90.
Basically all this year from like December
When
28th.
the other equities haven't done that. That's the first thing you want to pop up. And like when I look at this thing go to $2.90 in a heartbeat. But let me just see this for a second. So if I said 160 to 314, even though it's not an ABC, let's just say that if it was, just so I can see where the price.
It's $1.50, about
$1.50, which would give you
$4.
yeah. I'd sell it.
Which is basically where it is.
Just sell it, man. Just
I mean, if you're drawing an A to B,
now.
I'm sorry, what?
I said it's $4 right now.
that's what I was just saying. If you're doing an A to B, C to D without the volume that you look at, I mean,
Exactly.
that second leg, David, coming off like February 28th, has kind of completed basically 7 pennies away.
And it doesn't have the volume. You know?
Right. If that's what you're, I mean.
So you would sell it now?
I'd sell it, man. I mean, you hit the jackpot. I mean, you know.
What worries me about ever trading stocks like this when you have a huge rise is that there's no earnings underneath it. So that
Right.
means that it's a you know, a discovery or a future promise, and that can always change in a heartbeat, man. You know, I mean, that's really, if you have no earnings and you're going up all on hope of future findings or something, or
Now watch this. It's not only that. This is a pump and dump, man. Okay? This equity only does 27,000, 15,000 shares a day. Okay? You can move this. They can move this equity no matter where they want to move it, man. Think about it. Just $4 times 20,000.
Yeah, I mean, right now today it only has under
8,000.
9,000 shares traded.
Yeah.
So I'd be careful there to put it lightly.
What's going to happen here when you try to get out of this? It is not going to be as easy to get out of this.
JP Morgan's got 6% of the company, which is good. I don't know how that goes though in terms of where that is. Yeah,
David, just sell it, man. Take the bread.
Unless you have like a greater fundamental understanding.
Let me ask you something. Are you showing a bid on this that someone would actually buy it?
Yeah, at 402.
402? Good. Why don't you sell some of it?
Ask is 407.
Good. Why don't you put a bid in right now while you're on the phone and sell some of it? I want to see if you get this bid. I want to see if you can get it out. Because what happens on these, right, and I don't know what the NF stands for, but when you have a 5-symbol deal, I'm not quite sure how this works. Particularly, let me see, is this traded in the U.S. or is it? No, this is in Canada.
Yeah, that's
trading in Canada, right?
They bought it. The reason I got it, I had a Eagle Hill, and they had a rich dirt with like 80 grams of gold in a ton.
Yeah, well,
they bought that company up.
When you
he's just laughing because that's a story, right? You know, in terms of like, and the story can change overnight.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You know, I like those companies when you at least have some earnings where it's not going to collapse to nothing overnight with it. When it's all based off of a find and the value of that find.
And there's no volume.
That too,
well,
for sure.
When there's no volume, what happens is that every single day, and
NF.
Every single day, what ends up happening is that who's ever moving this stock, all they have to do is continually stay on the bid, and you know you got Osaka Gold Royalties owns
Cisco. That's the company itself. Just so it's
well, the Bollinger Bands just opened up and it took off again this morning from 389.
Okay, listen. Good luck, man. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll
man.
take your word.
Have a great one,
okay.
man.
Thanks, David.
Have a safe one.
It's just higher risk. You know, you're going to deal with more variance, as in when it rises from $1.50 to $4, and there's still no expected earnings in the future. Guess what? There could be some volatility on the downside, just like that big rise to the upside.
Yeah. The bottom line is that, you know, we'll talk about this when we come back, because a couple targets are talking about has something to do with the Exeter deal. But I can tell you that Exeter made the deal, has the deal with Barrick, and they didn't get a premium like this. So it's like, you know, sell it, take the bread and go to the Four Seasons. They'll do something.
Sure.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Gerald Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
And if we stay with this equity for a second, there's a couple questions. I'm not quite sure the questions in the den as to would this have anything to do with the takeover for Exeter. Now this is pretty cool. Like kind of when you look at this and you look at it. So Gold Corp folks and Newmont are doing a Barrick Gold are doing a deal and they're taking out Exeter. And watch, if you go over to Exeter, which actually has something, it's still. When I say has something, it's one of the largest copper deposits, but it's the billions of dollars that you'd have to put into that to develop it. Well, Exeter, on the takeout, only went from $1.14 up to $1.89.
So you say only?
Yeah, well, the reason I'm saying that is that if we go back, no, that's great. I'm not saying.
Okay, but just to put, okay.
But now watch. Now go.
Just before you jump to the next chart, the number that you were looking at was 68 cents. At the end of December, which is where we were jumping to the last one. But go ahead. So it was at 68 cents at the end. Go ahead.
68 to
$1.75.
Okay, well, yeah, $1.75. And then if we go back over to this equity again, and we take a look at it, and Exeter, by the way, has volume. We look at this one, and you're going from $1.60 to $3.90, and it's
pretty comparable.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but they don't have a takeover bid.
Oh, I'm not saying it has anything to do with anything, right. But percentage-wise, they actually are how it lined up. Yeah. It's like a threefold increase from the year on each one of them.
So
that could be completely coincidental, but I don't know what point was going to be made if it's like that's not vastly different, actually. It falls right in, just could be a coincidence.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So
I don't understand the fundamentals. That's what I was saying to David. If I'm ever trading a stock like that, that's like all on basically the promise of future expectations, I want to understand like really what they're talking about, when the next report is supposed to come out, right? What the risk is in terms of, wait a second, they're saying that this is what they're getting for their drilling. Maybe they're next to this deposit they're talking about in the den. I mean, that just because that stock is trading, should be trading all on that speculation and news. So if I'm going to hold it when it's up 300% in 3 months, I better make sure I believe that news because it can fly down just as quick when it's basically all based off that.
Right. So the results came in that there's 63.8 grams of gold per ton over 4.4 meters, and then they drilled 3 holes. Yeah, forget it, sell it.
And that's news today that basically the stock is up marginally. That really hasn't affected the stock too dramatically. It looks like 4.517 about 8 o'clock this morning. It is news, and it's up 18 cents, but you're talking of going from 3.75 to 3.93 when the thing was at $1.50 in December. So that's still not. It's not enough for me to say, oh, I'm confident staying in this position, right?
Yeah. I'd be confident when that money's in my pocket. He's got a huge score, man.
Sure, definitely.
That's a nice score. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman is going to be coming up next. Growling a problem with you. Then we're going to go to swim lessons, TD Ameritrade headquarters in Chicago. Man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, Dave White.
And checking back in on that oil
Yeah.
one more time before we jump out. So 51.25, not bad. That would have been about 50 cents in value, $50, putting up
Okay.
about 32. Not bad.
No,
Not bad.
that
Making
would've-
$18 on a $32 trade per, both legs of that contract. And that's with about 2 minutes left. See where that ticks out. And then
Yeah,
jumping over
right.
to gold real quick, 12.49. A little bit of a pullback, but you got another 2.5 hours in that until expiration.
Yeah, I need one more thrust.
Right up there, right?
One more thrust, and then and that's going to be going right up to that 130. It's going to be challenging, no doubt. Bottom line, dollar index still couldn't hold price. You're at 100.512. You stay right there, folks. And man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you out here. Dow up 171. Nasdaq up 31. S&P's up 15. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.